Welcome everybody to a new installment of Metahumans Mondays. I'm joined here with my co-host Francisco, the boy Blender. How you doing, dude?
What's up? Doing pretty good. Pretty good.
So we're gonna break this trailer down that came out today. Some of you might have seen it, some of you might have not. If you haven't seen it, I'll see if I could put a link in the description on today's episode. Actually, I usually sometimes don't put links to stuff, but I'll put a link to this one so you guys can check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But we're gonna break this down because I lost track of this movie's release and didn't even realize that this is coming out like now, November 19th. Holy shit!
Oh, snap.
Yeah. So it says exclusively in movie theaters. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, no HBO Max, no obviously no Disney Plus, right? But no, yeah, it's strictly in movie theaters. I think, but even when it says that, I think you could still. Well, no, you got about 2 weeks, right? And then you can rent it, like on
Mm-hmm.
Amazon or something, right? You're able to pay on certain sites or something, right? Um, hey, real quick in the chat though, Shankar, Dylan, let's go. What's up, dude? Thanks for joining us. Buffy Love Supercat. What's up, MetaFam? How you doing? Thank you for joining us, everybody. I appreciate you all. So yeah, the trailer. If you haven't seen it yet, it's really cool. It's really short, considering it says it's a final trailer. Usually, final trailers are pretty long. Longer, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty short, and like you stated a little earlier when you saw it, still no sign of the. They still don't want to show us Bill Murray's face, or um, I mean, we heard his voice right at the end,
Yeah.
but yeah, still no stills of them. Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna cut to that real quick. So, you know what else kind of worried me a little bit is I do not see Ernie Hudson in this photo. This is a still of Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd. Um, Obviously, the late Harold Ramis isn't with us anymore, which sucks because Egon was one of my absolute favorite. But I don't see Ernie Hudson here in this, and he better be in this because he was the one that was continuing all of the conventions and doing the signings and stuff. He's a massive part of Ghostbusters, so I really hope they did include him. I think on IMDb he is listed, I believe so, but I'm surprised he's not in this. Like, why would you not put him here as the third? You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
holding the one of the wands. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. I don't know about that. We did see the Terror Dog in the trailer. The Terror Dog looks great. I'll say this: the Hasbro action figures, they had like this standing Terror Dog Build-A-Figure, and as a Ghostbuster fan, I was extremely disappointed on that. Some of you thought I was gonna stoked, but no, I was actually really disappointed in that because did you see that one, Francisco? It's got like absolutely zero articulation. It's basically just like a statue that you just like. It's like
Just
such a
build?
yeah, dude. It's such a wasted. It's
Wow.
such a wasted opportunity. In fact, if you guys don't even know what I'm talking about, like, um, it's Ghostbusters plasma figure. I'll show you all here. Um, I guess it's kind of a spoiler for something that's coming out in the movie too, but not really because we still don't even know what it's gonna fully look like. But there's a Build-A-Figure, and you build like this standing terror dog. It's kind of weird. It's like it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a standing terror dog. Um, and yeah, it was just really, really disappointing because it doesn't. Um,
You can like position him in like some cool
no,
poses or anything.
can't do nothing, dude. I'm trying to find a good. I can't even find a good. People aren't even. People are so not stoked on him. I can't even find a good photo. Trying to find a good photo of him right here so I could post up for all you to see it. Cause wow, this is weird, man. I can't even find a good photo of it. It's I mean the Terror Dog in the regular set's really good. Um, so for those not familiar with what I'm talking about, there's a Hasbro Marvel Legends toy line. Um, So this is like the wave 1, which is great. This is fantastic. I love this wave. It has a Terror Dog Build-A-Figure, and he's like super articulated. It's fantastic. We actually had these in the store when they came out. And these are great, right? But there is a new series. It's like a wave 2. And I'm, to be honest, I've been really disappointed in the in them not doing anything else, you know? With the Ghostbusters, obviously Black Series. It is like their Black Series. That was pretty funny. All right, here we go. Here's a picture. It's not a very good one though, but you see that standing Terror Dog? So in the next wave of Hasbro figures, you get like the old. Oh yeah, there you go. There's an old Ernie Hudson figure there, right there. You got the white hair on him. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd looks funny in the action figure, his older form. And then you get the 3 kids, and yeah, and then which is kind of weird because where's the younger girl, like the Egon's next of kin? You know, I don't see her there. But you got that standing Terror Dog. His legs don't move. The arms, I think maybe the arms go up and down like a old, you know,
old school toy.
Old school toy. It's basically got less articulation than a Happy Meal toy, folks. You know what I mean? The Build-A-Figure. So that's a disappointment. The translucent leg looks cool, but yeah. So somehow in this movie we're getting a standing Terror Dog. So I guess it's like an evolved Terror Dog. But yeah, what a missed opportunity on the Build-A-Figure. It's really disappointing on that end. Why would you articulate everything but not him? You know what I mean? It makes it like, why are you trying to build him? You should be excited to build him, but.
Yeah.
And I was really excited for this line because like I wanted to see it when they gave us Rick Moranis in that Comic-Con exclusive. Remember? I thought they were gonna give us the receptionist girl too as well, and a couple other figures. It would have been cool to give us some different ghosts and stuff, you know, or continued the plasma line and did like Vigo and like, you know what I mean, from Ghostbusters 2 and give us like, you know, like give us a couple things, you know what I mean? Like they could even give us the guy who helps Vigo, the annoying painter seller, you know what I mean? The guy I forget his name, you know, but they could have did a lot of other figures, you know, instead of just bailing out. And I say that as a massive Ghostbusters fan. It's one of my absolute favorite properties. Ghostbusters is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's in top, no joke, like top 5, you know. So it's up there with TMNT #1. So yeah, I would love to see more, you know. In the chat, Shankar, honestly not a fan of Ghostbusters, could never get into, but this new one looks interesting. Buffy Love Super Cat, Ghostbusters seems to have the biggest potential of figures, but they always turn out so lackluster when we get them. Yeah, you know, a lot of people have had attempts at them, you know. There's been quite a bit of attempts at them. You know what always surprised me is nobody got the rights to the real Ghostbusters, which was the cartoon, and try to do some articulated figures of that. These Ghostbusters that came out from Hasbro, I will say this, I think they're the best Ghostbuster figures that have come out ever so far. But you know, where's the rest of the figures? I mean, we stopped. I mean, dude, you know what a missed opportunity this is, man. You could have like gave us like a Build-A-Figure Slimer, you know what I mean?
Ah, that would be cool.
You know what I mean? Like there's definitely missed opportunity, you know, or I don't know. The standing Terror Dog was a letdown. Yeah. I mean, you could have like packaged a whole wave of like ghosts, you know, like in the trailer, Francisco. Did you see that like receptionist, the zombie guy? You know,
Yeah.
Dude, give me a figure of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That would have been a good one.
That shit would have been dope, you know. That would be awesome, dude. I'd love that stuff. Back in the day in the cartoons, a lot of the figures, if you remember, it was like a toilet where like eyes and sharp teeth would come out, and like a closet that would open, and a lawnmower that would like. It was all these wacky things, and like that's what made it fun.
Sink
and like
ghosts.
Yeah, the sink ghost, yeah, all these wacky things, and like now, like I don't know, you know, they just where's the creativity? They're not yeah, what a shame, because there's so many cool things they could do, you know. And I'm a true Ghostbusters fan. I'm glad to see the Terror Dog looks great. I knew he would. I figured with CGI he would look incredible, you know. Do you have a favorite of the Ghostbuster movies? Do you like one or two more?
I think my favorite one has always been one.
Number one, huh? Number one's just the one that just
Yeah,
impacted, you know? You know the fun dude, one of the funniest parts of the movies is when they're in the hotel and it's I think it's Bill Murray's character, right? Or no, not Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd's, I think. And he he's walking through that hotel in the beginning. You remember that? And there's the maid, and like he's trying to go after Slimer, you know?
yeah.
And so he turns when the maid's going, and so he shoots the maid with the plasma because he gets trigger happy, he gets scared, right? And like I forget exactly how she says it. I'm gonna watch it again pretty soon, but she's like, "What the hell is that for?" Or something like that. Like she's like, you know. That was so funny, dude. Like it's and then like he doesn't take it as serious anymore, and then that's when Slimer slimes him. You know, he sees him from the distance
Yeah.
and comes after him. And it's like, eh. Yeah, that's yeah, I love that scene. All right, so we're gonna cut here to. All right, what do you think of these, Francisco? What do you think of these little guys? These little marshmallow guys. Yeah, they're obviously trying to capitalize on cuteness here, you know?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, they made me want some marshmallows.
Yeah. I think. I mean, this one particular clip that came out is pretty savage, though, where they microwave one of their buddies, you know, or
Oh
microwave
yeah.
when they blend.
Just watch. They're gonna make a like for the Toyland, they're gonna make little plushies of these, and for collectors, it was like, oh, there's like 17 of them. Not to buy 17 of them too.
They already did that, dude. Yeah.
Oh snap!
There's a multi pack of little
Oh, it's like a little like a marshmallow pack with them.
yeah, it's a multi pack of mallows.
That's awesome.
I don't know if they still have them. No, they probably do because I would think they mass market. They pretty much Hasbro is treating these like they treated the Porgs. Remember they treated the Porgs?
Okay. Yeah.
They're pretty much treating these the same way. Yeah. Oh, mini puffs. They're calling them mini puffs. So let me see if I could show you the. Oh, the packaging actually doesn't look that bad. Not that bad. All right, so they actually do have a multi-pack of these little guys. You know, based on the photos, I'm honestly not even sure how tall they are. I guess I'd have to research that right here. But there you go. So this does exist. There's a multi-pack of mini puffs that Hasbro put out. Different expressions. I'm assuming the heads pop off and you just alternate them. They're charging $26.99 for it though, for the little mini puffs. They're 3.5-inch movie scale size action figures. So
movie scale size.
So they're about half the size of a Marvel Legend. You know, a little bigger, maybe because of the hat. But yeah, they're a little bigger than a Marvel Legend. A little bigger. They're like a little bigger than half the size of a Marvel Legend. But yeah, there's these little mini puffs.
You have to buy like 2 sets of these because so you can change the faces and have all the faces set together.
Yeah, isn't that funny how they did that? They already know the marketing and shit. But then you're left with 3 other duplicates. You know?
Oh yeah.
So then you gotta like flip the duplicates, or you're basically just buying the box to pull the heads out, and then you're selling the. Yeah, it's tricky like that. They did that on purpose. But yeah, so there's these little mini puffs. I've always loved. You know what's incredible is the old. Have you ever seen the old set photos of the original Ghostbusters movie? Oh my gosh, look at this one.
No.
This is asking for. This is like the next Baby Yoda, but in Ghostbusters. I wonder if this is the one that gets blended though. He's. That's pretty rough. So man, there's some incredible Ghostbusters set photos because they shot it 1-to-1 scale.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my gosh, look at this photo. All right, everyone, look at this photo I'm about to pull. This is absolutely incredible. This is why I love the movies of like the 80s but before CGI, folks, you know. Look at this. Look at this. Tell me this is not cool. Ah, shoot, it's not loading. Here we go. I'm gonna make it load right now. It's absolutely incredible photo though right now, folks. Ivan Reitman is in. He's like doing his directing here. For those that don't know, the new Ghostbusters movie is actually directed by the original Ghostbusters movie's kid.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
He's obviously fully grown now, but it's a cool little wow, look at this. This is some cool shit right here. So, what you see here is the set of Ghostbusters, the first movie. And this is before CGI, so this stuff was real, you know? And man, look at that. So that's a guy in like a Marshmallow Man suit, you know? And the street, you could see the guys underneath the table, you know? And so like they had to do like little explosions and like the trees on the side, which is like Central Park, you know? They had to do all that little detail. So it's this giant set. It's like a giant diorama, you know? I've seen these photos of like the detailing on like the buildings, you know? Absolutely stunning detail in the buildings. Like that was like a job, like just being there to like paint buildings and stuff. Almost like if you were like a model maker, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty remarkable, pretty incredible how they did this stuff. I wonder if I could find it. Yeah, I don't know if I'll find it. There was a cool image though I'd seen too of the set where they had the buildings, where a woman was painting the buildings. She was like getting into detail and stuff on the buildings.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, man, so cool. Seen some of these old school Marshmallow Man. I remember there's this one scene where Marshmallow Man's face, the expressions of those animatronics back in the day, they were pretty cool, man. They would do some cool stuff with. Look at this, man. The expressions they would do. Stay Puft Marshmallow. I remember even as a kid though, I thought this was so random that they used the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man though. Like even as a kid, I understood. I was like, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Like why the Marshmallow Man? That's so random, you know. But yeah, I remember I had a like a vinyl toy of this when I was younger, and it lasted forever. It was like a rubber ducky, but it was just Marshmallow Man, you know? Yeah, pretty cool, man. So yeah, Ghostbusters, man, it's coming out. Trailer looks great. I didn't see Winston in there, but obviously there's a toy of him, so right.
I was gonna tell you, I really like how they like. I hate it because it's a tease, but I love that they're going with the fact that they're not showing the main original cast yet. Like they're just showing the bottoms, like no faces or anything. Even if they're already on the toys, I love that the movie's like still going with like you gotta watch the whole movie. You gotta go to theaters and watch the movie. You want to see these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm definitely gonna. I want to see the Ghostbusters movie for sure. I've been waiting for that for a minute. Real quick in the chat here, Pete says he loves the cartoon series. Yeah, me too, man. That cartoon series. You know, I love the cartoon series because it had like this darkness to it. Did you ever watch it, Francisco? The real Ghostbusters? I didn't. It's cool, man. It's a really cool show. So for those that don't know, there was actually the reason why it was called The Real Ghostbusters was because there was another show called Ghostbusters that was owned by Hanna-Barbera, and it had like this ape and these two ghost hunters. It's weird. I know this sounds weird, but there was a Ghostbusters before Ghostbusters, and so to differentiate them and to follow the success of the movie, they named it The Real Ghostbusters, and so that's why the cartoon has that name, but it's a completely separate thing. Buffy Love Supercat says, I think I've only watched the first movie and enjoyed it, but I also watched the newer all-female lead and enjoyed that as well. You know, that new movie, the what is it, like the proton packs and the suits, the actual props from the all-female led Ghostbusters movie with Kristen Wiig and, you know, the Saturday Night Live cast, that is actually hitting a prop store auction tomorrow. I think it's a London prop store. They usually do these auctions every quarter. Like they have one in winter, spring, summer, fall, and those props from that movie are hitting I would imagine they're gonna go for a couple grand. So
Oh
they're
yeah.
not gonna be cheap because it's the actual movie props. But that's you know what I want to say that's got to be intentional that whoever wanted to sell them is selling them now, right when Ghostbusters is gonna come out, right?
When the
That's
hype is real.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty smart actually. I get what they're doing. I see it. I see it. All right, so yeah, love these old set photos. Man, last weekend we saw those cool set photos of the Star Wars. That was cool, man. Yeah, this image right here with the little Stay Puft, man. That's a little cute Stay Puft right there. Yeah, this would make a cool plushie. He does seem kind of weird, like he needs some kind of like little apron or something. He does look a little bit too naked though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, it is kind of funny. All right, so we're gonna go right into the next topic right here, and now I'm gonna need everyone's help on this one because I don't even know what I'm looking at. So this leaked. Also, this is where we're fresh on the heels of these things. So I don't even think you've seen these, Francisco, right? So these are set leaks of Mandalorian 3, which I completely forgot was even. I don't know why I forgot this, but I was like, okay, Book of Boba Fett's gonna come out, and then I just kind of for some reason in the back of my head thought Mandalorian was over.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, Mandalorian's over. Book of Boba Fett's the next thing, right? But that's incorrect. There's literally another Mandalorian season coming, I forgot about that. They're continuing it. So these are from the leaked set of the Mandalorian. And look at the giant blue screens, and I don't know what that metal thing is on the right,
Yeah.
All the construction, all the stuff they're doing. First off, I've been on film sets before, and this looks weird, dude. Like this looks really weird. Even when you see the tents, this is not literally like a film set I've been on. Not even like the blue or green screen buildings. I'll do a little zoom in right here so you can all see what I'm. So if we zoom in, here he is, and so the debate on this is people are like trying to decipher who this is because it's obviously not Pedro Pascal. You know what I mean? And it's not the Boba Fett guy. So is this old Boba Fett armor? It's obviously armor. It's some kind of, but is it Beskar? And also, who the heck is this? Is this like, for some reason I looked at it, I thought Django, but then I was like, there's no way they're going back and forth through all these stories, or would they? Or would they try to tell origins? Or are they going to try to talk about young Boba? Would they do that in The Mandalorian? Or I don't know. Or is it just another... I don't know. Some of you might know. Maybe Francisco. Is like, are there other Mandalorians that in the lore that maybe they didn't cover that would explain what this guy, whoever this is? It's funny because from certain angles, it looks like it's like Tom Cruise or something, in like a Beskar armor. But
yeah,
it's a Mandalorian costume. I don't know, man. It is weird.
There's really no besides the main ones. Boba Fett and Django, there wasn't really any other more Mandalorians that were really focused on. Plus, I don't really. I think the colors aren't. It's like a brown chest plate.
Yeah.
And then blue shoulders. It sounds familiar though. It sounds like I've seen like a color scheme armor character somewhere in Star Wars. But
yeah, I was trying
not
to
coming to me right now.
I was trying to look at like forums, and some people were saying it was Din, but then others saying it's not Din. And then someone's saying Batu. I'm not familiar with Batu. See, there's some. This is like some deep cut stuff. You know what I mean? Like if it's gonna be a character, like it's gonna be someone I'm not even aware of. But some of that extended universe stuff in Star Wars. But yeah, I don't know who it is. But it's someone in a Mandalorian costume on the set, and they're filming right now. Last week we talked about it. They shot some Obi-Wan Disney stuff here in the Valley. And a lot of people aren't aware of it. There was some Obi-Wan stuff shot here in the Valley. They already finished, and they were filming out in the dunes. So for anyone that's not aware of that just happened. If anyone in the chat wants to take a crack or a guess at who you think this Mandalorian could be, I mean I don't know who the actor is either, but some people were saying in another forum that they think it's just like a stunt double for another character, but then it's like a stunt double for who though? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. For me, it comes down to I just completely forgot that there was a whole other Mandalorian season being shot. I just was thinking Book of Boba Fett was like the next thing, you know? Yeah. So, interesting enough. So with that, we're gonna dive into the final portion of the show, which will break down. I'll kind of break this down a little bit because this is gonna be pretty. So here we go. Local Comic Shop Day is gonna be November 24th, and there are a lot of local Comic Shop Day books that are gonna come out. November 24th lands on a Wednesday. So your local LCS, wherever you are in the world, you can go by Wednesday, and they should have them. Although I say should because even on Free Comic Book Day, we got Free Comic Book Day books like a week later. You know what I mean? We even got some like what, Francisco, like a month later. We were like, what are we supposed to do with these? You know?
Yeah.
So don't quote me on that. I mean, that's what's supposed to happen back when we first opened the store. It was always like they always ship stuff on time. Nowadays, I mean, I don't even count on it. You know what I mean?
You can never guess with the production. Yeah.
So LCSD Day is November 24th. That's what it says. Okay, but if things really do get on time, you'll see it at our shop on the 25th, which is the Thursday when we're actually open. But there are a lot of books you could choose from. Oddly enough, kind of weird ones, not really as exciting. Last year was very exciting because you had that. What did we have last year? Something is Killing the Children foil. We had
the Power Rangers.
The Power Rangers, both Mighty Morphin and the Momoko foil, right? Which came out beautiful. And then I think that's one of the nicer Momoko covers, actually. What else, Francisco? Invincible, that was really nice. That one's gone up in value a lot, actually. We had so many of those for so long, and they just sat there, and now they're skyrocketing. There was a lot of good ones. I'm not even getting to the Marvel ones, the DC ones either. But this year, I kind of weeded through a bunch of them. And one that I didn't show on here that might be worth mentioning, though, I guess, is the House of Slaughter #1. The LCSD Day. But the only problem I didn't put that one on here is because it's literally like a 4th print or something. So I don't really know if that's worth chasing, and I'm going to forewarn everybody, House of Slaughter is like extremely high print run, you know? But I guess getting the rarest one would be the best option, right? But House of Slaughter, you know, has a massive print run. I guess I'll show it here anyways, just so you can all see, but if you're wondering what the House of Slaughter local comic shop day variant looks like, I'll post it here so you can see it. There you go. It's black and white. It's like a homage to the Something is Killing the Children 1 that came out back in the day. I think it's like I don't know if it's like a Jay Lee variant or something.
Yeah,
it looks cool, but it's not, you know, it's just black and white, pretty simple, you know. And it is a later printing. But I'm going to suggest, for Comic Book Pick of the Week, I kind of narrowed it down to these two. So, The Walking Dead Deluxe, and the word The Walking Dead is foil. Which, last year we were super foil heavy. And this year, for some reason, we're not. But the title of this book is foil. So this kind of is going to remind me of how Invincible was last year. And it is the deluxe, and I don't know, the red with the foil. And because of the way The Walking Dead is, I don't think this is going to be as ordered or as heavily printed as other ones, you know? But it's still something that people try to collect in their Walking Dead runs. So because of that, this is one I say keep an eye out for. And then the big one, without question, is this Venom 2. And this one is a John Boy Myers cover. And it's just a crazy cover, dude. Look at that. It's like a roided Venom, dude. Like he's got muscles on top of muscles, dude. Like it looks like he basically looks like a giant like roach crab or something, you know? Dude, he was like muscles over muscles. He's got like an 18 pack.
It's like a roided out Bane.
Yeah, there you go, roided out Bane. So, how did it go, Francisco? So, Donnie Cates went to Hulk, and then Al Ewing, who was on Hulk, came to Venom. If I'm not mistaken. So they did a trade-off. So we have a new writer on Venom, and we have a new writer on Hulk.
Venom's mad.
Yeah. And with Venom going on right now, and just Venom's just popping, popularity of it, this is going to be the Marvel LCSD book to get. This is, this is the one people are going to want to get. I actually managed to order these for the store. So even if you didn't have this on your pull list, come by the shop on LCSD day. Granted that they arrive on time like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And on the Thursday, and we should have Venom and The Walking Dead at the shop. Not many of The Walking Dead though, but we should have maybe like 12 Venom 2s or something, for storefront. So yeah, I recommend that one because the story is supposedly changing into a different generation of things. They're gonna supposedly, introduce new characters and this and that. You know what I mean? So this is like the pick of the week, again, because it's it's not out yet. So we're trying to give you a early spec to get something at cover or be prepared for it. Because even if the price rises from now till then, it will only be cover price as always at our store since it's a new release. So it is what it is there. So you have a chance to get one. But heads up, these are the picks of the weeks. I think you have some John Boy Meyer covers in your collection, Francisco.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah, they definitely. Did you feel like this is kind of a, John Boy's covers don't really look like this that often though, right? He usually goes a different direction. I don't know what the deal is with the roided Venom on here. This is crazy, Yeah.
It's usually not like his style. His style is very like, it's got a lot of edges, sharps, very like heavy, bright colors, but this one does seem a little different from the rest.
Yeah. I do like the colors on this though. It looks cool. Yeah. It's just, I'm just tripping out on like how massive he looks. It's like you remember back in the day when like Liefeld would do Robert Liefeld would do like the giant image, like the giant muscle characters like Bad Rock or like,
Yeah.
Like those huge 90s image like with like basically all Venom needs here is like a bunch of pouches or something, you know what I mean? Like a bunch of pouches and like give him a rifle. I remember there was this funny book called it said Introducing the Pouch. And it was like a Youngblood book or something. There was a character literally called the Pouch. And it was hilarious. Yeah, that was super funny. But yeah, that's the recommendation for the comic book pick of the week. I want to thank everyone that joined us. Real quick in the chat before we bounce out here. Pete says Ahsoka is being made too. That is true. That is true. So Rosario Dawson right now is reprising her role for a full Ahsoka show right now, which that's exciting too, man. What a time to be a Star Wars fan, right, Francisco?
Dang, I mean, Ahsoka show and Clerks 3.
Yeah, she's back to back on that. Yeah. So much good Star Wars content right now being done, and so many cool things, man. I'm so behind on all the films. I haven't even seen Black Widow yet, man. I need to watch Black Widow. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I haven't seen it either.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm not alone then. Yeah. I gotta watch Black Widow and what else? I still haven't seen Shang-Chi, so I gotta catch up. I'm gonna watch those pretty soon when I get a shot. Just catch up with everything going on as they keep coming out. But that's it, folks. That's gonna do it. Heads up, here are the LCSD variants. Don't miss them. These are the two I recommend. Venom's going to go quick. Walking Dead's going to be a lower printed one. House of Slaughter is going to be popular, but I don't know if I recommend it because I'm not kidding when I say that House of Slaughter was heavily ordered. We're talking like 250,000 plus copies. There's a lot. There's a lot of House of Slaughters that were ordered. There's a lot. And a lot of variants, a lot of store variants too. So I don't really know if I would go that route, folks, on that one. if you're trying to collect them all, cover price, fantastic, get it. You know what I mean? But do not overpay for it. That's what I'm trying to say. Cover price is always good on that one. The Walking Dead Deluxe is cool, and the Venom 2, I believe, is going to be the hot one. And that is it. That's it, folks. That's going to do it for the show. I want to thank you all for joining us. Francisco, where can we find you, dude?
You can find me at the.boyblunder on Instagram.
Awesome. And you can find me at Ruben Nahida. Most importantly, you can find us at Metahumans Comics. And that's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. What do we got coming up? You know what we got coming up? I think some of you'll see it tomorrow, but we got a pre-order for the NECA Raphael Frankenstein. I have a really cool commercial that NECA sent me that I'm going to post up. And they actually posted already, but it's super cool. And NECA's turning the Ninja Turtles into monsters. And Frankenstein Raphael is the first one. And then there's going to be like a Leonardo like hunchback kind of character. So that's pretty fun. Actually, I was seeing these photos of the Leonardo hunchback character. And he doesn't have a sword sheath. You know, he has the sword sheaths.
Yeah.
The swords go into his shell. It's funny. Like if he's just like this hunchback and he's like, oh, F it, and he just like puts the swords into his shell, like he's got like holes from like weathering.
Yeah.
It's kind of clever, you know? Yeah. So trip out on that when you see it. You'll remember what we talked about it here, because I saw early photos. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that, but who cares, man? What? I saw some early photos of it, and I was just laughing at that because it's literally like he doesn't have a sheath. Like the swords go into his shell, which is kind of cool, right? Because like if his shell's like weathered through time, there would be holes from it from like, I don't know, a predator trying to attack him or something or whatever.
Yeah.
And so his holes just go in his shell, like inside. It's so funny. It's like there's no sheath, But yeah, that's it, folks. I appreciate you all. Thanks for joining us. What is our next? We got our Whatnot sale on Wednesday. And then if you'd like to pre-order that Raphael NECA figure, you can, get it through us at the store or online. We'll be opening those pre-orders. And that's pretty much it, folks. That's what we got right now. Until next Monday, when we got a lot of other updates that are going to come up, because we do have a lot of other figures coming. And we do have a really big figure auction coming up as well. So stay safe, everybody. Take care of each other. Have a wonderful night and a fantastic week ahead of you, all right? Take care. Bye.